So we got some information today about the PlayStation 5 specs and a few features that we can expect for next generation. And before we get into the next generation of Xbox, let's go over some of what we know about the PlayStation 5 first. This is actually official information. This isn't a leak or anything like that. It is coming straight from Sony themselves, and it was definitely an interesting way for Sony to drop all of this information. In the past, we've always seen this type of news, or at least for the most part, being revealed at some kind of conference, or at least with some kind of video revealing the next generation of consoles. But this time, Sony just dropped this news bomb as an exclusive Wired article. It was definitely a simple way of putting it out there, but with how the internet works today, this information will surely spread very quickly. The only reason this video isn't mainly about the PlayStation 5 is because there's already so many people covering this news, while the Xbox news is kind of under the radar right now. So I'm sure most of you all probably have heard about it already, but nonetheless, I will go over it just before we start talking about Xbox any further. Mark Kearney is once again the lead system architect. There's an 8-core CPU, 3rd generation Ryzen. Ray tracing support with custom AMD Navi graphics card, custom AMD unit for 3D audio, also aided by ray tracing. A new virtual reality headset was strongly hinted at. There's physical media, so you don't have to worry about going all digital, at least not yet. Backwards compatibility with at least the PlayStation 4. Dev kit is with developers, and they recently accelerated its deployment. It's been 4 years into development, and it is expected to release in 2020, so only one short year away. So yeah, all of this sounds pretty awesome on paper, and a lot of people seem to think it will be at around the $500 mark. So it may be surprising that Xbox looks to be even more powerful than the PlayStation 5. And why am I even saying this in the first place? Well, two insiders took to Resetera, Klobrille and hmqgg both went on to say Xbox will be more powerful than the PlayStation 5. Klobrille actually messaged a moderator his proof on this, and hmqgg is a verified insider as well. Now, usually I would say take insiders with a grain of salt, but these are two insiders that I have legitimate belief in. Klobrille has already proven himself several times before, especially with the Obsidian acquisition last year, and hmqgg, he's not really as well known, and he's kind of kept his name in the shadows for a while, but everything that he's said so far has proven to be true, so I don't really have any reason not to believe him either. And personally, and now this is just me, but I don't really find any of this to be too surprising. I already expected the next generation of Xbox to be the most powerful console on the market anyways. I mean, if you just look at how the marketing team has advertised Xbox in the last few years, or Phil Spencer, they really seem to want the most powerful console on the market. One thing to remember though is they do have two planned next generation Xboxes, Lockhart and Anaconda. Lockhart is supposed to be the weaker budget-friendly option, while Anaconda is supposed to be their flagship console, so it is very possible Xbox will have both the weakest and cheapest console, while also having the most powerful and the most expensive console. One thing Xbox has been all about in the last few years is giving their customers more options. Whether you want to play on PC or console, you have the Xbox One S, you have the Xbox One X. So you have that premium version and you have the budget-friendly version. You can go with PC if you don't want either one of those. They definitely have preached options a lot in the last few years, and it looks to continue forward with the next generation of Xbox. So could we see a $400 Xbox and then a $500 one as well at launch? Or, dare I say, will they have a $600 Xbox? Now, I know the PlayStation 3 kind of committed suicide whenever they announced the PlayStation 3 for $600, but the thing is if the Xbox has a $600 version, but they also have a $400 version, I don't think that they'd be committing suicide per se. Sure, the $400 version would probably sell the most, but for the people who want that $600 premium version console, they can go out and buy the $600 option if it is indeed $600, though I would bet on $500 myself. I guess we don't really have to wait too much longer now, considering E3 is right around the corner and Xbox looks to reveal their console there, but I found it to be very interesting considering the PlayStation 5 specs were revealed today, or at least most of them. But to think Xbox will be even more powerful, it does make me wonder what the price of the next Xbox and the PlayStation 5 will be. One reason for PlayStation 4's huge success was that it was $400 at launch, the sweet spot as a lot of people would say, while Xbox was $500, no thanks to Kinect. Could we see both of them be priced at $500 this time? And what about Xbox Lockhart? Will it be $400? Though I will say this, the best news out of everything talked about today was backwards compatibility for PlayStation 4 games. I have said this several times in the past, but I would have been shocked if PlayStation 5 didn't offer some kind of backwards compatibility, but this at least curbs any kind of doubts people had. I guess the next question really is it going to go further than just a PlayStation 4? Is it going to have backwards compatibility with PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 1? Maybe even the Vita and the PlayStation Portable. While I think that the most doubtful one is the PlayStation 3, I see no reason that they can't do the PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2 at the very least. Anyways though, what do you all think? Are you all excited for next generation and what was shown today? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.